All right, Kiki, I'm here at the gym, about to leave. And actually, first of all, congratulations on winning Norway's Strongest Woman. Um, I really appreciate the thank you that you've given me pretty much on every social media outlet, publicly at contest, supported me at at the highest levels, giving me credit for a lot of it. That means a lot because I don't want to say nobody. It's very rare that my high level athletes that I work with go out of their way to give me credit for their good performance. I get all of the credit anytime their performance doesn't go perfectly, or very little credit when things go great. So I do really appreciate that, and I do want to make sure that you know that you did all the work. And my programming is always based on my assessments of what I see in you, the feedback that I get from you, and I get amazing feedback from you each and every week. You always give me way more than I probably actually need to make an assessment from, and you are always understanding if there's ever an issue on my side with being late. Children, work, a couple of hours here, there, a day, that's appreciated. But congratulations, it's someone over the age of 50. I mean, you're the world's strongest woman over the age of 50 as well. But, a world's strongest woman finalist. You've won events at World's Strongest Woman. You're the best in the world at several events, just flat out. And then to win Norway's Strongest Woman is absolutely amazing. And to get the credit, for you to give me credit means a lot. And for you to give credit that I work with other people, that means a lot to me. So beyond that, congratulations. Now we're looking at where do we go from here. The big thing, the two things that we need to get a handle on is overhead press and deadlift. You mentioned static monsters, which is log press and partial deadlift. But I think if your deadlift is where you want it, somewhere around 200 kilograms, and your overhead is greatly improved, and your overhead is greatly improved as it is. Your performance on the Viking press, I thought was phenomenal. If we can continue to bring those two up, then I think, you're looking at raising up 3 to 4 places at World's Strongest Woman easily. Flat out. So, speaking with your husband and you and ideas with the deadlift training, I haven't made any notes, so I'm just talking. I've got some ideas on my phone, but just off the cuff, speaking with your husband, you talked about having a squat first, and then your deadlift, and then the rounded back deadlift or Romanians or some, a deadlift accessory, because we've had a lot of really good luck with the rounded back deadlifts. I really think you're the only client that I've worked with that has had a lot of great, and I had luck. I've always had luck with the rounded back deadlifts, as well as Dimmels as well, combining the two. Having those to carry over to your full deadlift, and then finishing off with Atlas stones. My only concern is having a program that is squats, deadlift, accessory deadlift, and then Atlas stones, is that by the time you get down to the last 2 lifts, are you building or are you testing? Testing is great. We can test, we can have fun, but the idea is to build every single week and to get somewhere. So if we just want to have training that is fun, and we definitely should have training that is fun, especially every once in a while, just go in the gym and have fun, no matter what. But if we're always testing, and I'm the world's worst at this, you don't see me doing this now. Right now I'm training, but for the last few years I've mostly done testing, and I've only done what was fun for me. It hasn't gotten me or anyone else very far in the process. It's how pissed off can you get, how fast can you move, how awesome can it look, how good can I feel at the end of the day? And how good can I feel at the end of a training session is a great way for me to sell programming to people, but it's not a great way to get results. And if I sell happiness to clients, they're much more likely to pay me and to continue to work with me. But that's really doing them an injustice. If I force them to work hard, if I force them to work hard or die, if I force them to either get results or feel like death, most of the time they will be really happy to make results for 12 weeks or 24 weeks, and then they want to go their own way because that's really, really hard. So the answer, especially for someone who's vintage like myself, is to find something in between. And it's easy when I program myself to separate the athlete from the coach and to make sure that I write down the programs that I need that work, not the programs that are fun for me. And just my box squat days, I haven't had a fun box squat day in 6 months now? But my legs are growing, my squat's going up, my deadlift is going up, my body weight is going up, and I'm gonna turn that into wins. When I get the opportunity, that is gonna turn into something awesome. And I have the vision to see that. And I know that you do too. I really do. I mean, you've done it. I've seen you do it. So everything that your husband said is definitely 100% in the back of my mind, in the front of my mind. And I think he's absolutely right that we need some kind of squat to start off with. We've changed everything around. The beginning of your training, we moved the front squat first. That was on purpose. It's not a pre-exhaust. It's a flexibility, it's a mobility, it's a get the heart rate, get the body moving, get you to be explosive before you have to be explosive. Anytime we walk in the gym and we just have to deadlift, the deadlift, even though it's not a clean, it's not a snatch, it's not a plyometric, it is very explosive. It's a very explosive lift. And you have to prime the body. The way I've got you doing the front squats, it's not tiring your body, but it's priming your body for a big lift on the deadlift. My fear is that if we begin putting an actual squat before that, that actual squat may tire the body for the deadlift, which is kind of our focus, the deadlift. And we're kind of in a good groove with the squats right now. And I hate to just put the squats on the back burner and not have any focus on the squats. I would still rather have the squats on their own day, and then I can find a way for you to go in and just do squats and some light accessories and leave. But that's my thought. So let me kind of explain. I've been working on a program for 6 months, maybe a little longer. Since February, I've been working on this, getting everything down on paper. So this is my idea, and I will get you the notes tonight and try to get you a week 1 of this deadlift program tomorrow. If we look at a 4-week block, and this is 4 weeks into like 10 or 12, so we have to look into the future. So if we look at, 4 here, and I'm going to build a bridge or a tree out this way. So we got week 1. So if you can go in there tomorrow and do like 75% for 2 reps, I mean, that's a joke. 75% would be like for 10, okay, or 12. You walk in and do 75% for 2. You competed last weekend, so I don't want you destroying anything. 75% based off of what you can deadlift. And then we've got a next little block here of speed deadlifts. And I would like you to have somewhere around 60%, I'll come up with the numbers, maybe 50% plus some bands or chains. Somewhere around 10%. And we will do about 8 sets of 2, 8 sets of 3. We will do about 8 sets of 2, 8 sets of 3 with, say, 50% plus 10% in bands or chains. A minute or 2 rest in between. So this is a little bit of work. This is quite a bit of work. And then we're going to have a lot of work out here in the third branch. The third branch is a big long list of accessories. Now I've wrote these accessories out for a lot of clients. And if you are another client watching this right now and you think this is your programming, I guarantee you it's not. Your week 1 and week 2 may be very, very similar, but then everybody branches out in a completely different direction. I'm going to go to all notes, and I'm just going to pick random, the last one I wrote. I should have put my glasses on. Those are squats. All right, Corey. I am just blind. Okay, I wrote pick any 5 deadlift builders because he's been doing this a few weeks. So we're going to start with 4. Overhand pull downs, underhand pull downs, neutral grip pull downs, hamstring curl, any type, arched back good morning, anything, barbell band, whatever. Overhand barbell row, underhand barbell row, stiff-legged deadlifts, rack pull, bar just below the knee, 10-second deadlift, 3-second deadlift, a lunge, front squat, sissy squat, pistol squat, weightlifting squat, Zercher squat, round back deadlift, etc., etc., etc. Okay, 5 reps on any given exercise. Rest 30 seconds between each exercise. After your 5 chosen exercises, rest 2, maybe 3 minutes, and then repeat for a total of 3 rounds. And we'll build on this. You can pick any one of those exercises, any of 4 or 5 of those exercises, and do them based upon, what you see in the gym, what's easy to set up, what's difficult to set up, what's open to use, what you think is going to build. I mean, if you look at, because I've been doing this, and I've left a lot of it out of video because I haven't been able to do it. My back, hamstring, and everything has hurt so bad I haven't been physically able to do that. So my exercise has just been 1-arm band rows, which is terrible. It's not what I need. This week I did overhand barbell rows, underhand barbell rows, 10-second deadlifts, which is 5 seconds up and then 5 seconds down. I was not able to do the Dimmel deadlift, so I ended up finishing off with the band barbell rows. I need to finish it off with a front squat, to be honest, but I'm barefoot, and a barefoot front squat's not the best way to go. I have faith that you will choose 4 or 5 exercises that build for you. You always pick the challenging stuff. You do. You always pick the challenging stuff. I had a client the other day that picked band hamstring curls, tricep kickbacks, rope push downs, back extensions. It was just movement. That's all it was. And then I had another client that personally that picked sumo box deadlifts against bands as one of his exercises. Conventional deadlift, sumo box deadlift against bands. Maybe it was a snatch grip deadlift and a reverse hyper. And I didn't expect that from him at all. He picked the hardest. I mean, it's like a fire was lit upon him to where he realized right now is my time to make a difference and get better or not. And all of these exercises are light and they're builders. Because we've got branch 1, branch 2, and that's branch 3. So this is building this and this. Okay? And this is just 75%. Week 2, we can use 80%, again, just for a double. We can make this a little smaller, make this a little bit bigger. This next week, we can make 85%. So this is getting bigger. We can make this even smaller. 4 to 5 sets of 3 against bands. And we can make this the same or maybe a little heavier. Last week, 90%, somewhere around in that area. Make this much smaller, 3-4 sets of 3. And make this, play with it however you like, whatever you got left. And at that point, we can repeat, but we don't go back to 75%. We'll go back and we'll start with 80%. Then we'll start doing 3-week waves. So we can do 80% for 3 sets of 3. So this is getting a little bit bigger, okay? And this will get a little bit bigger. And this, you can make it a little bit harder. or you've already got 4 weeks experience, how much can I recover from? You can do sandbags. I had a client do sandbags. Sandbag good mornings. Seated sandbag good mornings, because they've seen me do them. I had a client do Atlas stones at this part the other day. Man, what are some of the crazy things I've had different athletes do? But they've all got different purposes, different weaknesses, and we're all doing this for a different reason. So if you like doing the deadlifts against some kind of crazy band tension, seated box deadlifts, a sandbag load, a sandbag good morning, you can get as creative as you absolutely like, because it's just one of 4 or 5 exercises on that day. So you can have fun, you can build, you can have a squat there, you can have a squat, a front squat, a hack squat, a sissy squat, a lunge, the pistol squats, the band squats. I've got mine set up right here in the rack. I got my bands right here. It's what I did today. I didn't get them on video to show everybody, but I did them. And that's kind of the direction that I'm going. I think we can continue to build and build, constantly assess on what's working, what's not, how much you can handle. And I think that with this style of programming, with looking at these kind of blocks, with small, medium, and large, hard, not as hard, not hard at all. If you walk in and you're just like, you know what, today, I don't have it. Mentally, I can't deadlift hard. I cannot deadlift heavy. Then you walk in, how hard is 75% for a double? That's a joke, not even a last warm-up. So you walk in, you do it, you say, that's it, forget it. Move on to speed deadlifts, 50%, plus some kind of bands and chains. How hard is that? It's not. And then you get down to the end and you say, that's it, I'm just gonna survive. I'm gonna pick the lightest things I can do. Plus, 2 of them are gonna be the most fun, exciting exercises I can come up. I'm gonna sandbag throw, and I'm gonna toss that little guy over there that's been looking at me funny for the last 3 weeks. And I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna have some fun with it. And I think we can make progress that way. And if you're having a great day, you can push as absolute hard as you want to. That's my thought. That's my thought. And that's just for deadlift. I've got a whole different idea for overhead press. And the squats, I want to kind of keep a general rotation of what we've been doing, and then we'll make changes depending on what you want to do and what your recovery is like. And the events, if there's stuff you want to focus on, let's have fun with it. Anyway, those are my long-winded thoughts. I was only going to talk like 3 minutes, and I talked forever. I'm going to get this edited. I'll get it posted to you tonight so you can watch it. And I will get your deadlift training up to you as well. So you can go in the gym and deadlift tomorrow and have some fun with a week 1 of this. And then you can tell me, hey, this is dumb. This is stupid. I don't like it. Or you can say, you know what? I can see a future with this. I think we can make it work. Either way, we're going to make something work. And I cannot wait to see what you do next. Appreciate it. Have a good one.